You have been asking for a video that does a mortgage comparison to a line of credit and how much interest could be saved when you use a line of credit compared to a mortgage. So we're going to talk about that in this video. You guys have been asking for it. I'm going to show it to you today. I'm just doing a $10,000 comparison. We are in 2024. The interest rates are between 6 and 7 and 8% right now. This video just shows a 4.5% interest rate on a mortgage. You are not going to believe what you're about to see. I am Christy VANN with Fantastic Finances, and I am aimed to show you the difference between using the tools at the bank. So here we go. If you have a family member that has recently obtained a mortgage, they have to watch this. I am taking a 30-year mortgage, $250,000 at 4.5%. The mortgage payment on this 30-year mortgage would be $1,267. That is the payment towards the mortgage only. That does not include the taxes and insurance, none of the escrow account, okay? The comparison here is $10,000. To get to $10,000, what do? We make payments, right? If we want to keep paying off our home, we keep making these $1,267 payments. So according to the calculator, and please go pull you up a Carl's Mortgage calculator, insert your numbers, $250,000 at 4.5% for 30 years. Okay, you got it? Now, you're going to see that when you run the numbers, that $10,000 of principal will be paid on this $250,000 mortgage in May of 2025. Actually, it's not even $240,000. I think it's like $241,000. But I'm still playing the game, okay? After 26 months now of making these payments to the mortgage, you reach that $10,000 threshold you were looking for. So you could say you've paid $10,000 on that home and it's slowly becoming yours, right? So the totals that you have paid for 26 months is $32,934.46. The total interest that you paid was $23,955.10. So you paid $23,955 in interest just to be able to say you have paid $10,000 on your home. Now let's look at a line of credit. If you were to take $10,000 off of a line of credit and just throw it into the principal of your mortgage, what would happen? And let's say that that $10,000 is at 20%, not 4.5%, 20%. That would mean that 10,000 times 20% is $2,000, right? For the whole year, right? Are you seeing where I'm going? So in a whole year, if you let $10,000 sit on the line of credit, then you're going to pay $2,000 in interest to use that money. But if you had an income of $5,000, you had $4,000 in expenses that came out every month, then you would have $1,000 in cash flow, right? So if you use the velocity system, you put your income in, you pull your expenses out, your interest would then be figured. If you did the velocity system to where you did your income in, and your expenses and your interest out, it would figure the interest at about $125 just for the first month. That would be your high that you would pay. So even if your high was the $200 a month from where you pay the 20% on the full $10,000, you still haven't reached the $23,955 in interest over here for 26 months. So if we pay this off in 10 months just doing basic velocity banking, not even really getting serious, not if you had a higher cash flow, not if you had extra money, we're talking about just your income in, your expenses out. There's no additional payment on this line of credit because you are transferring your income in. This pays off in 10 months. This 10 months saved you 26 months in interest payments. You are max $2,000 interest over here. If you let this run an entire year, the way we do velocity banking, it would be paid off in less than 10.5 months. Or you can pay 26 months and pay $23,955. It's just math. Anybody can do it. It's basic math. It's just math that we weren't taught. We weren't taught that a 20% line of credit, which would be really high right now, they're at 9%. But a 20% line of credit would save you $21,955 in interest payments on your mortgage by doing nothing. But instead of you making the payments continually through here, you just take a chunk, put on your mortgage, knock it down to that $240,000, pay your home off very quickly doing this right here. It's not an extra job. You're not getting frugal. You are doing nothing but putting your money where it serves you. Please do the math. If you have any questions, please contact me. I'll be glad to help you. I'd be glad to answer any questions that you have. Leave questions or comments below. I get to them as soon as I possibly can. Thank you all for joining me today. It's been a pleasure working with each and every one of you, and I hope you have a terrific week.